After 4 agonizing weeks of waiting, we are finally ready to put fish in this tank. So we're going to be heading out to my local fish store in a minute to get some fish for this tank. Now, I don't have a lot of money, so we're going to have to start really small, being how expensive fish are these days. But I'm really excited to get some animals into this tank and just get it get it used. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so we are back from the fish shop right now and we're about to pop the fish into the tank and get them nice and acclimated. So I managed to buy 2 fish today, so that was really exciting. I got a pajama cardinal and a royal grammer, which are going to be great for a community tank like this. Hopefully then I can get some other sort of peaceful fish to go in the tank and they will love it. I've got 2 clownfish in the shed as well, which I might put in here at some point, but I'm not too sure at the moment because they're quite happy in the tank that they are in my shed. But I do love this tank, so let's get the fish in. We're going to acclimate them very slowly over a period of about an hour and then we'll get them in the tank.
Alright, so we've got the fish in the bag now, and as you can see on the right there is the royal grammer and on the left is the pajama cardinal. They're tiny little fish at the moment, but they are so amazing. So the idea of what we're going to do is we're going to leave the bags in the water to acclimate the fish water to the temperature of the tank. So that does that by sitting the bags in. Then we're going to get the water matching the parameters of my tank, and I'm going to do that by gradually adding some water from my tank into the bags. There's 2 different ways of doing it. You can either do it with a cup and just add like half a cup every 15 minutes, or you can do a drip acclimation, which is tying like a knot in a piece of airline tubing and slowly pouring water into a bucket and acclimating the water that way. That's the more sort of longer process, but either way works pretty good.
Alright, so we've done the acclimation and I have now got the fish into the tank. You can see the little royal grammer right here where my thumb is. Obviously I didn't want to film the process of getting the fish out of the bags and everything because it's quite stressful for them, and being marine fish as well, I don't want to add to the stress. So yeah, we got them in and they seem to be settling really well. The royal grammer's been hiding, but he's sort of starting to come out a little bit more now the lights are off, and the pajama cardinal I think is behind the rocks over here.
So for those of you who don't know, royal grammers come from the Gulf of Mexico or around that area, and they tend to hide in reefs, specifically under rocks and little caves. They can be quite territorial animals, so you've got to make sure that you don't have them with fish that look very similar to them, because they can get a little bit aggressive towards other fish in the tank, but generally they're quite peaceful and reef safe as well, so it's a really good fish to have. And pajama cardinals come from areas like Fiji and Australia, so the Great Barrier Reef, places like that they originate from. They're generally like a really peaceful fish, so again great for community tanks. They do like to be in a little shoal of fish, so like 3 to 5, so they feel a lot more safer, but we'll sort of see how we go with one, and if we need to we can upgrade because we've got a big enough tank to do so.
So everyone's settled in now and all happy. What I'm going to do is wait for it to get dark basically, so I can turn off the lights, get these lights on, and then you can see without any of the reflections how cool this tank looks. Obviously there's only 2 fish in it at the moment. I'm hoping to get some like clownfish maybe in there at some point, and maybe some hermit crabs, but royal grammers can be a bit funny with crustaceans, being that they are sort of a meat eater kind of fish. They will go for small hermit crabs, so I might wait until they're a bit bigger before I put them in the tank, just so we don't get any issues with them being eaten. So thanks for watching. I'm definitely going to be doing lots more updates on this. I've got some aquarium equipment to review and stuff, and I'm also going to be adding lots more livestock to this tank and some corals eventually as well, so stay tuned for it. There'll be more in this series, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.